Hi, I bet you're wondering, what are Gentry, what are you doing on the show and hosting? Well, unfortunately, this is what we call the desperation hour on Teal Town After Dark. So we are here live right after what Randy Hahn called a roller coaster of a game. So we're gonna send it to the guys immediately right now at the tank. Puck guy and AJ and Kevin Lacey. Take it away, guys.
All right. Holy crap, guys!
Wow, wow. It was pandemonium that third period and overtime.
No kidding. That first period sucked, but definitely they got their heads out of their butts and got going. And man, oh man, this is if you had the hashtag That's So Sharks moment, it's 3-0. They would get maybe one or two teaser goals, and then the next thing oh shoot, they let it be 4-2, and then all of a sudden the Sharks found their legs and out of nowhere got a third period comeback to tie the game up. And AJ, I mean that's crazy on the other side of the rink.
So you have to hit mute so I can talk.
I know, that's right.
So the fun part for me is the fact they're down 3-0 first, and like literally people are going, like, people that showed up tonight are just like, and we're gonna leave. I mean, it was kind of like, well, we've seen what the Sharks have done the last couple weeks here, so the fact that they pulled this off was spectacular, to say the least. But dude, down 3-0. Like, how do you even pull that off after the way that they've been playing? We're getting Martin back. Barker's on IR. Insane game. I was literally ready to leave tonight after the second period because I felt like there was just nothing happening. A couple of the passes, a couple of the tries that I saw, I was just really disappointed with. I'm like, oh. But then again, of course, it wouldn't be a Sharks game if you don't score more shorthanded goals than you have power play chances.
In fact, the only even strength goal that the Sharks scored tonight was the 3-on-3 goal.
Yeah,
they had 4 special team goals.
Yeah, two power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals, unbelievable. The special teams worked wonders tonight. And you're right, Kevin. The 5th goal was their only even strength goal, and it was unbelievable how they turned this out. A great effort. The first period just stunk, though.
I mean, the second goal was like a bad bounce, so okay. But pretty much the Sharks were just flat. They looked awful defensively. I actually thought they were okay with their passing in the offensive zone. Nice, quick, short passes. But I was tweeting out saying it's time to put Aaron Dillon net, not because it's Martin Jones' fault. It wasn't Jones' fault. But they needed
one of those was.
I didn't think so. But hey, I'm glad they stuck with Jones. I'm glad Jones got the W because he played very well. Even when the Sharks came back, he had to make a couple of nice kick saves, blocker saves.
Are you surprised that they didn't go with Dell at some point during this game?
Yes, absolutely. I thought for sure, especially Peter DeBoer always likes to change up the lines. Should have been a no-brainer to switch up the goalie, but he stuck with Jones.
Are you surprised that Peter DeBoer didn't challenge something? Whether it was like the temperature of the bottled water or something.
I will say he did challenge Paul Martin because Paul Martin was benched for the final 10 to 15 minutes of that game.
This is what happens when you don't get a burrito with Rocket.
That's right. Absolutely.
Hey,
look,
now.
glasses on and everything. Hey, now.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. It's the bar. I've never seen a bar this filled on a Thursday night.
Yeah, this actually is a very full bar for a Thursday.
So people are out celebrating. It's a great night. What a game. Wow. It's just the place went nuts, I think, after the time goal.
And the Sharks, they needed something like this.
They did.
When you look with that road trip, they needed a comeback win, to me, of substantial proportions. I mean, being down 3-0 against a team that is kind of, middle of the pack.
And yeah, I was trying to tell people, I wasn't trying to be the bearer of optimism or anything like that, but I was trying to tell people, hey, it's
no, you're the bearer of the CUDA.
Turtleneck? Oh,
no, you're the bearer of the CUDA.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one, AJ.
That's very good. But it's like it is Carolina, guys. So like the Sharks can come back. It's unlikely, but they can come back, and they did it tonight. The tempo they played with in the third period was incredible, and way to get the 2 points.
And it got better as the game progressed.
Yeah.
Because literally, I have thrown parties that have had more attendees than the last couple of Carolina games in Carolina.
Well, they were trying to make Carolina feel at home by having 6,000 empty seats.
It was a low turnout.
I didn't say that.
But all I will
Wasn't
say
me.
is the Sharks win as they Cam Ward this bitch. With that, Gentry, I will send it to you. You have fun. Go at it. Give them some love, people in the chat.
And hey, if I get home in time, might even jump on again to Alex's dismay.
Have fun, guys.
No. Oh, God. Well, now that the parents are gone for the time, let's go start the show off with our panel that is here today. As always, like I don't have a choice unless I can shapeshift. I am Gentry Alexander. You can follow me atjalexander46 on Twitter. With me tonight is the lovely, the beautiful, the woman of 1,000 talents, and the wonderful owner of Wigs, Rocket Backhander. How are you tonight?
I am that spare straw that you always seem to find in your glove compartment when you need it the most. And guess what? I don't have a single crack in me. I'm good to go. Rocket Backhander. How you doing, guys?
And Senor Alex, you share namesake with me. So how are you doing tonight, dude?
Hey, doing pretty well. Surprised we actually won this.
Oh man, I was watching this game going when they told me it's like, Gentry, you're hosting tonight. I was like, oh, desperation is a stinky cologne. And then I'm watching this game. I'm like, oh, of course, I'm going to be covering a monumental Sharks loss, but we have a lot to talk. So let's just go into it. I think that the Sharks did not, as they said earlier at the tank, the Sharks did not start this game off at all on time. It kind of felt like they were they didn't really show up until I would say the second period. But let's say, Alex, what is your thoughts about the start of this game at least? And the first goal.
Just the entire period, the Sharks just couldn't clear the puck. The first 2 or 3 goals were all factors of the Sharks defensemen not clearing the puck. I think there was only one goal where I kind of questioned Jones, maybe his positioning, but that was probably the second goal, which was just a fluky play that you don't really see too often Jones is going to get. But, time and time again, more chances to the net, you're going to get a chance to score. And Carolina just capitalized. That was kind of the storyline of just the first period. Just the Sharks could not get out of the way.
Much agreed. I thought that the Sharks they just looked slow, and they were going against a young team, a very talented team, and a fast team. Rocket, your thoughts with I'm going to go with, because Sebastian Aho, the phenom for that team, scores first in the first period, and then I kind of felt like the second goal, which was by Rask, it was a weird kind of turnover from my favorite whipping boy, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, who Kaepernicked it. I know we're talking about Bay Area uniting and we're celebrating Giants night, but I gotta go with another former San Francisco legacy quarterback. Your thoughts on just the slow start to this game and the turnovers that led to goals? Rocket.
This team, this team, what can I say about this team that hasn't been said a million times? All right, look, I'm a Sharks fan, and I posted this on Twitter, and I'll say it here. When I fell in love with this team, they were hot garbage. I mean, Scott Hannon was getting 22 minutes a night. John Scott was on the roster. And I was like, this is the best team ever. So this night, this first period especially, was so painful. It was painful, but I knew that I needed to just stick through it, stand by it. These are my boys. And It was something like 3 goals on 4 shots on Jones, and I thought that was it. He was going to get pulled. But somebody had reminded me that Dell plays the next 2 games, I think. So if they plan on starting Dell the next 2 games, they were going to have to hang Jones out to dry no matter what. Interesting.
No, yeah, I agree with that because it was for me. It was weird because it was like Jones gets scored on, in the first 3 or 4 shots. Did not look solid in his positioning, and the defense really didn't, save him. And talking about a team that is what, second in the league in goals against, they did not look it tonight against a team that, really has been kind of off and on. This team, like Carolina, is kind of like, up and down, in their play as of late. They kind of remind me of the Sharks. And Randy Hahn said it best that the Sharks have had a history of not looking good against the Carolina. He quote unquote called them the Buffalo South for the Sharks. And from the start of it, it was looking so. Your first period goals were, Aho, Rask, and Aho again. Then we go into the second period, and it kind of felt like the Sharks were starting to find their legs. They took a penalty, and surprisingly, we got a shorthanded goal. I'm going to go with Rocket. Your thoughts on the shorthanded goal?
This was the Milker and Tierney one, yeah? Yeah. I like this line. I've liked this combination all season, and I'm really glad that it finally started to produce. I was happy about this. Shorties are always, cause for celebration, especially when they're Team Teal.
Alex?
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 shorties, but that was like the first one where we actually had the momentum back, or at least building something towards that. I was kind of more impressed with the Ward's play tonight. You saw him more on the special teams, PK and power play. I think he's starting to get better in that role, but still kind of disappointing season from him.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, the Sharks are, kind of clawing at the bit, getting back into this game. And then all of a sudden, the Sharks get into their defensive zone, can't clear the puck. And Jeff Skinner, the person who got outvoted, who outvoted Logan Couture for Calder Trophy, ended up bearing one after just a collapse in front of the net. And it looks like the Sharks are just completely done. At this point, it's 4-1. Let's say, Alex, what do you think, kind of like, other than, the Sharks just not being able to get to the puck, what do you think led to that goal in front of the net, where it's just I think the defense just looked lost, and Paul Martin just did not look like he had more rust than the Titanic does currently.
Well, this is his first game coming back from, what was his injury? Just lower body? Was it? Yeah, I guess just a lower body. Yeah. Again, rust, but that's why Ryan and DeMello were on the third line, which I did not like that pairing whatsoever. I'm also not a big fan of DeMello. So he made some good plays, some bad plays, but frankly, what led to that goal was just another Shark can't clear the puck, and then 2 minutes of you're basically just sweating it out at the same time.
No, it just kind of seemed like the Sharks just could not, it's this always, I feel like this was the Sharks' Achilles heel, is that they go against the young and talented team with speed and skill. Rocket, your thoughts on the kind of slow, not being able to move the puck out of the defensive zone from them tonight, well, towards the beginning of the game or second.
I think this is where I hate to, toot my whole, Brendan Dillon torn, but I'm going to toot it here. The guy is an important part of the defensive structure of this team. And you'll hear me talk about how I like the way he skates across the neutral zone and how he can get the puck moved out of the zone. Like, he doesn't necessarily always have to chip it, but he definitely skates it out. That kind of momentum and that ability is markedly lacking when he is not on the ice. And I think we saw that tonight.
Oh, totally agree. I mean, I'm not a huge Brendan Dillon fan, but this was one of those games where I'm like, he's quicker to get up on the puck than a guy like Paul Martin. So I'm hoping that once he comes back after his suspension, we'll start to see some improvements on the defensive end and moving the puck out. Next up, I think this is the biggest shocker of the night for me. Jumbo Joe passes the puck to the net on the power play, and the Sharks are back within two, and you start to see some life. Whereas Puck Guy calls these we're getting closer to teaser goal, territory. But like you got to say, like the power play tonight was was a difference, and so special teams tonight especially was a difference. But on this play, just Jumbo, just literally just throwing it on net, and Hurdle was in front screening Cam Ward, and it's a 4-2 game. Rocket, your thoughts?
Hey, do you think that, and this is kind of like an oddball, goofy theory, but I'm gonna say do you think that the reason why they had two shorties tonight was because somehow they were like, look, every time we get a power play, it does absolutely nothing. And there's some dude over there named AJ. He just keeps beating this drum. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try to get some offensive, production here, but we're not going to do it on the power play, okay? Since our penalty kills already got that on lockdown, they kind of don't need to concentrate as super hard on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make them just try to charge the net every single time instead of just, defending Jones. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's do that. And maybe that's why it happened tonight. I don't know. And I have a theory. It's a harebrained theory, Vince.
I will say that the PK tonight looked incredibly, quick. It seemed like there was more effort on the PK than there was on the power play, which was, you'd think that when you had the man advantage, you'd be moving the puck around a lot more. But a lot of it came about because of some really, just fortuitous bounces, which, sometimes that's what you need in hockey. So we go into the third. It's 4-2 game. And the Sharks get another power play, and they score on it. And it's from Logan Couture, who is having himself quite a year after kind of having an up and down season last year, kind of could not get healthy, and but so far has been, I think, the all-star for the Sharks. He scores it on the power play from, what was it? It was from Thornton
to Burns.
Thornton to Burns in one time. Alex, your thoughts on the power play tonight, because that was the last power play goal they scored, and it looked dangerous. It looked like kind of the old Sharks.
So I want to bring up a quick stat that Benjamin put in the chat. This is the first ever Sharks game with 2 power play goals and 2 shootout goals in their entire franchise history.
Thanks, Cam Ward, for actually putting the Sharks on the right side of history for once. But yeah, so Rocket, your breakdown of that goal, because it was typical Sharks. It was simple get to the puck, one time in the wheelhouse, and it's in.
Yeah, God, that was one hell of a shot from Logan. He is such a greaseball. Like, just that's one of the reasons I adore that man. The other one is just because he's as tough as nails. But yeah, that shot was good. That shot was very Logan Couture. What else do you want?
Top right corner, you can't really stop that at the face-off circle.
There.
Yeah.
Stop
so the Sharks get their teaser goal, and it's 4-3, and then the Sharks or Brent Burns takes a boneheaded penalty, and you're just like, oh dear God, this is how the game is going to end. The Sharks get remarkably close, and then it withers away, and then all of a sudden, Gannick Hansen, of all people, somehow gets a fortuitous bounce, and somewhere out of Peter DeBoer's doghouse comes Barclay Goodrow, and he's streaking down the center. And Yannick Hansen is just like, please just do something. And all Barclay Goodrow can think of is bacon bits. So I'm about to get my bacon bits, and scores shorthanded, and it's a tie game. So 2 shorthanded goals, 2 power play goals. All we need now is an empty netter, a penalty shot, and this would have been the perfect game for the Sharks. And so Sharks tie the game with a shorty from Barclay Goodrow, who showed his wheels and showed why he was the leading scorer for the Barracuda last year, if I'm not mistaken. Where's Lacey when you need him? Let's see. I went with Alex on the last one. So Rocket, thoughts, takeaways from that goal?
Okay, so I still have a firm belief that should not have happened. Hansen, of all people, just shows up out of like, oh, hey, look, I've got the puck and tons of speed. Oh, wait, I need to bleed this off a little bit. So he bleeds off a little bit, and there's Barclay Goodrow straight up the middle. Okay, and not only does Goodrow, like, he's got a solid lead on them, and where does he go? 5-hole, and it goes in. I mean, like, that is not supposed to happen, and it happened, and it was like there was nobody contested anything, nothing was overturned, nobody challenged anything. It was weird, but I liked it.
It was kind of like the planets were aligning for this one, because
Yeah.
this game literally had, like, I was sitting there going like, okay, when that happened, I was like, where's the call for the offsides?
I
Where's
was waiting for that too.
Yeah, because that was kind of close, but if you watch it on replay, it was like clear as day. So Alex, that the Barclay Goodrow goal that got the SAP Center into a frenzy, as it were. Thoughts?
I'll just follow up with Rocket said. I think Hansen has had a decent season. I don't think he's had the bounce back season, but he's had a decent season. Depends who he plays with, but he made a great pass to Goodrow, and Goodrow was a big scorer on the Barracuda, and eventually that shows up. And I'm glad he's getting that time in the major leagues. I'm glad that players like the Bank and Goodrow aren't sitting in the Barracuda system for too long. That didn't seem like it was working for LeBanc too much. I'm glad that I think that was probably our best scoring chance, just because of how fast Carolina is, their youth, and how fast they were in the first period. You could just tell that they were jumping us in that way. I'm not too sure that, like, if we would have had a 5-on-5 goal with Carolina, because we only scored one. Was that the last one?
No, we didn't score any 5-on-5 goals this entire game. It was special teams and the 3-on-3.
Yeah, the 3 over, but that doesn't really count. That's
yeah.
I have 2 people disagreeing with me about Hansen. Whatever.
Well, as I say, Yannick Hansen, he'll always be a Canuck to me, and it's just weird that he's on this team. So, Sharks tie the game. We're going into the end of the third. You saw some chances from I think it was either Skinner. I think it was Skinner. And you're just like, oh God, this game's getting nothing. And we go to OT, and talk about a huge relief for one defenseman who has been so snake bitten this season after coming off of a Norris Trophy win. Brent Burns from Joe Thornton and Pavelski, who makes a sweet pass to send Burns in on a little mini breakaway. And again, just like the game tying goal, Burns sends it 5-hole through Cam Ward, and game over, and the Sharks take it in OT. Rocket, you're just that entire OT, it seemed like for some reason Carolina just wasn't in it. The Sharks had sole possession, and they made it count in the first shift.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Sharks, God, you know what? I think they finally quit fighting it. I think they finally realized that their forte is not the 5-on-5, and it is not their power play. So, like I said, they're finding creative workarounds that I think not only play to their strengths, but also are maybe a little bit more difficult for the other teams to manage. Whatever. And they get a lucky bounce here and there. Whatever works. This overtime was just exactly how I like it. It was fast and we won. Congratulations to Carolina for dropping the point, but hey, whatever. We still won. That's definitely, I think, a morale booster for the kids in the locker room.
Alex, your thoughts on the future Quebec Nordiques losing to the Sharks tonight?
It's either that or the Sharks. I'm just kidding. I really do hope that's good. But Carolina is on their 6-game road trip. They're doing the West Coast swing. They played Vancouver 2 days ago. I think this was a game they should have won. They had the momentum for the first 2 periods, even the third period. It's just, this is a game that's going to kill them. They have the talent. I think they're going to be one of those. They were one of my teams to look out for the playoffs. Yeah, I think the Sharks just caught a lot of lucky breaks for a veteran team that needed them.
No, so much agreement. The Sharks just haven't really been puck luck, had any amount of puck luck this season, and it's showing. But, at the end of the day, it comes out to the Sharks. What happened?
You're AOLing, dude.
Oh, no. Am I?
Yeah.
You're training the puck guy.
Comcast. All right, hold on. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to fix this.
I'm sorry. That's so funny.
So who's your top 6 defenseman, Rocket?
My top 6 defensemen throughout the league or in
for the Sharks.
Okay. Well, normally I would say Vlasic and Braun are up there, but tonight they didn't have an especially good night, did they?
No. I've never been a fan of Braun. I think it's either DeMello or Dylan, DeMello, or Braun. That gets, the 3, because I like Ryan up there. I think you need to keep some youth up there.
Of course.
What'd you think of Martin?
God, I don't think he was nearly as intuitive as the younger kids are. Roy Sommer doesn't necessarily breed the best defensive pairings in the AHL, but the kids do have kind of, a background, and they're all good together. So, bully for the youth movement. I think they were doing great before Paul Martin showed up, and I think the only reason that Paul Martin had to show up is because Dylan got the suspension. If Dylan hadn't got the suspension, I do not think we would have seen Paul Martin.
Was that for like a slashing? Just excessive slashing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was because they said it was intentional and retaliatory.
Whatever that means.
Do I sound any better?
A little bit.
No, you sound like the Terminator, dude.
Sweet, I'll take that. Let's see. God, I don't know what's going on. I swear, I'm not running this off of AOL, guys.
So why don't you unplug your mic and we'll just take it from here?
Okay.
Do you want to go around the league?
Sure, but I don't know anything about what's going on anything there.
Yeah, we're doing this on the fly.
Oh, okay, we're doing it live. Okay,
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. God, that was one hell of a game tonight. Was there a giveaway tonight?
I think there was the Giants giveaway. They were giving.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there was like a mystery grab bag too.
Yeah. I think AJ sent a picture out about how they're finally having a buy now option. So when you bid, you can bid the max. But it didn't seem like there were a lot of people bidding, which is not a good sign.
Well, I mean, the last time that they put stuff up for bid, it got like ridiculously inflated. So maybe they're trying something different just to kind of break that up a little bit. Yeah.
So I guess there's 9 games tonight. So it's always a busy Thursday night. Thursday and Wednesday tend to be the most busiest. But I guess we'll just go down the list like we usually do. Coyotes lost to the Bruins 6-1. Coyotes are the Coyotes. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They are not a playoff team whatsoever. They aren't even going to sniff the playoffs. They're going to probably get closer to the first round pick than anything else.
Yes. Here's how we're going to do it, though. I'm going to say the score and who lost and won, and then you're going to talk about the whole game and everything, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that then.
All right. So let me know when you're ready to go on.
Go.
Okay. Islanders lose 3 to Penguins 4 in overtime.
Penguins are a great team, a lot of depth. They are probably the second team next to Tampa. Islanders are the sneaky team. They have a lot of what they do with Jonathan Tavares. He will not be a Shark. Don't fool yourself into that one. There was an ESPN article about him being a Shark or something about that, some prediction, something like that. I don't know. Stupid. But that's the bottom line. Sneaky team for Islanders, not quite ready.
Do I sound any better now?
Nope.
Yeah. You do.
Okay, well, it's the mic. What can I say? It's what happens when you pay $30.
No, I take it back.
Oh, God.
The Calgary Flames win 3-2 over the Montreal Canadiens in overtime.
Calgary has the youth. Montreal is just tanking. It's kind of the storyline.
Kachuk serving a 1-game suspension for tomfoolery and shenanigans.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It was bound to happen.
All right.
Okay. So the Tampa Bay Lightning take a natural victory, 5-2 over the Colorado Avalanche.
Thunderstruck, 5-2.
Do we really need to talk about Tampa Bay, or is it all just like a hot take at this point? The Tampa Bay is good, and they should feel good.
I think we only talk about them if they struggle in the second half.
Oy.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad's here.
Hey now.
You can take over now.
Do I sound any better now?
No.
It's a scotch better.
It's
Scotch.
better than it was 5 minutes ago.
Well, I just unplugged my mic and then I'm using this one. So
Yeah, no, it got worse. They were right.
See what I mean? It's kind of weird.
you know what? If it's Eric not having his AOL issues, it's me having mic issues apparently when I host. So the tradition continues with the Notch Bros of failure.
Indeed.
Okay, Skynet.
Yeah, it is really weird. Like it was like if BB-8 actually had a voice, that's what it would sound like.
The Florida Panthers beat the Winnipeg Jets 6-4.
Wow, that was random. Okay.
We're doing around the league, AJ.
Oh, cool. Anybody else win a game tonight?
The St. Louis Blues beat the Dallas Stars 3-0 in regulation.
You literally sound like the last flight attendant on my last flight. Like, this is how it's going to happen. And if you don't like it, you can leave now, but that's fine. Yeah. So, okay, I'll finish it off. Flyers 4-1 over the Canucks because that's just fun. Kings over the Sens 4-3. That kind of sucks, but we will have the Senators coming in on Saturday, which again, Joe Pavelski, Captain America bobblehead. Come get it.
San Jose Sharks beat the Carolina Hurricanes 5-4 in final overtime. Mother truckers.
Like, I haven't talked to I haven't seen it on Twitter yet, but has anybody seen our buddy Darren Stats posting like when the last time the Sharks scored 4 goals in a game and none of them were even strength, like 2 shorties, 2 powers?
No, that's the first time in Sharks history. 2 power play goals and 2 shorthand goals.
Oh my God, that's amazing! If only I had like a ticket that I could frame because I was there. That would be really cool. But
It doesn't matter, AJ. It doesn't matter.
well, it would be nice to have, but okay. But so can we get into a couple of the background details from people that were there? Is that okay?
Yeah, bring it.
Take over the show.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to take stuff over, but
No,
just
we're asking you to take it over, AJ, please.
Yes, we are actually doing that.
please. Like we literally want to go home now and like F everybody else. No. The fun part about tonight was, of course, it was Giants night. Hashtag Bay Area Unite. So they had the warm-up jerseys available for sale, but this is the first time I've ever seen that they actually had a buy now option. I've never seen that before, and that was kind of cool. But holy crap, let me tell you who that they have, who they have. Let's just say where people fall on the monetary line, because you had Tierney buy now $1,200, Hurdle $3,000, Sharky $3,000, but Hansen $1,200, Bodker $1,200. So there's clearly a ladder of success and value there. But they did have a single white jersey that was not signed by anybody. There was no nameplate. There was none of that. That was $900. And I actually thought about buying it just because I thought, wow, it's a white, double where it says Sharks, but it's in the Giants lettering. It's a Giants patch. And I thought, that would be a really cool get if you could like go to a lot of Sharks practices, get the whole team to sign the front of it, and then go to some Giants games and see how many Giants players you could get to sign the back of it. I thought that would have been cool. The other fun part of tonight was there was a promotion that if you bought one of the special promotional tickets, you would get a co-branded hat. Last year, I'm sure some of you remember, everybody who came through the door had the cream-colored hockey jersey that said Sharks across the front in the Giants lettering. This time it was a co-branded hat. The problem was the co-branded hat did not make it through customs, people. So there was no hat to give tonight. So I hope those people get their hat eventually. The other fun thing about tonight was there was a Sharks Giants co-branded mystery bag. A year ago, they did mystery bags, and it was $30 for one, $50 for two. Tonight, it was just $40 for one. There was no option for two. And I hung out around the table just saying, okay, is it worth the $40? And I looked around, and somebody got a duffel. The big problem that a lot of people had with it is that there seemed to be way too much Giant stuff in the bags, not enough Shark stuff. So that's where you go. And then to top it off, Sharky came and tormented me in the third period, which was fantastic, as it should be. So there you go. Other than that, seeing the guys come back after the last two games that the Sharks have just, let's be honest, it hasn't been fun. Tampa Bay and Washington. Those are two of the worst games I've seen them play this year, especially that Washington one. To see them fight back after being down 3-0. I mean, literally all the people that were in my section were just like, once it went 3-0, they're screaming out, okay, can we get Aaron out? Okayest goalie. Can we see him, please? Because everything is not okay right now. And you saw what the Sharks did tonight. Again, special teams, it's a hell of a drug, Rocket.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, AJ, I think that they gave up on the power play. They decided they're just going to roll with what works. And what they've been killing it is the penalty kill. So they figure, well, you guys are good enough at the penalty kill. Let's throw a little bit of a challenge in there for you. Try doing the penalty kill, but let's put a little bit more of an offensive production in there. Let's try to score. Can you guys do that? And they all said, yeah, I think we can do that. And so they did. That's where I think special teams came into big. They flourished into their own because they finally quit fighting their identity, and they said, screw it. This is who we are, and this is what we're going to do. And it worked.
It did. And Gen X in the chat, I said all the people in my section, he says, so basically half the crowd. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. And Sleepy Muff, you're not a Giants fan, AJ, get out of here. Really? Please. You don't know me. But NC Studios said, hey, AJ, what's in a Sharkygram? I will tell you. Excuse me while I whip this out.
And while he's doing that, do I sound any better?
Yeah, no, still doesn't sound good, bro. I'm sorry. So
have you tried leaving the chat and coming back?
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
That's what. No, I mean, like maybe it's your edit.
He's the host though, so he might cut off.
Oh, right, can't do that. Sorry, I'm
He's
dumb.
the hostess with the mostest.
All right.
So you get this fantastic canvas kind of bag with Sharky on it. Who doesn't want one of those? You get some basically these. It says wall cling decals. I'm going to assume that this is like knockoff Fatheads kind of a thing. So that's kind of cool. You get this, it's heavy duty, nice wood sign that looks to be about, I don't know, maybe 6 inches by 18 inches, but cool sign here. You get a nice snapback hat.
Nice.
If you like snapbacks, then there you go. It's got the little patch on there, and it's got the little Sharks logos on the bill. So you get one of those. You get a plushie. Who doesn't want a plushie? Hello, plushie.
Oh,
Even says Sharky on the back with the little fin.
God. Ugh.
And when he pulled this out of the bag to hand it to me, he sat there and used that fin to touch the head of the person in front of me. So, which he found very weird. The other fun part, he literally has skates on his little feet on the plushie. So that's fun. We'll explain this in a moment. Cool picture frame, 5x7, Sharks territory with the low. So after he comes up there, you can jam a nice photo in there. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't have, like, you can't hang it on the wall. So it's basically, it's got the little flip in the back. So you just sit it on your desk. And finally, this is the end all be all. This is really why you get the Sharkygram. Is the like 14-inch tall Sharky bauble.
Jesus.
It even says Sharky Bauble XL. This thing is monstrous. Hold on. Do I have? Yes. Hold on.
It's huge.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second.
XL.
All right. I'm back. Just to give you some continuity, to some comparison. Normal Sharky Bauble, XL Sharky Bauble. Are you getting that?
Well played.
This is a big damn Sharky Bauble.
It's still not as cool as this.
What you got there? Yes. No. I like that. No, the one that you have that I will always want is the one of Sharky like sitting on the boards.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I've always wanted.
I don't think that's a bobble. Yes, that's a bobblehead.
Yeah.
That's a bobblehead.
No, I want that. And then speaking of promotions, they did have a fantastic promotion, and this for people who Nick Teffets, how can I get one? Please read and answer this. It's Christmas time. How you can get a Sharky bobblehead is you go to sjsharky.com. You tell him what game you're going to. You pay the money for the Sharkygram. You tell him what game you're going to, where you're sitting, and you will get an email the day of the game that says when you will be visited by Santa Sharky. The other fun thing, the promotion that they had tonight, which I thought was very cool. San Francisco Giants night tonight. So $20 for a single ticket to a Giants game, which, you know, 20 bucks for a Giants game, decent price. You know, I mean, granted, it's on a Tuesday and versus the Padres, but still. But when you bought that, you got one of the beanies that was one of the giveaways for the Giants game, you know, the Bay Area Unite game last season, where it's the Sharks on this side and the Giants on that side. But the cool thing is, and this might be, you might be finding out about this for the first time, people, because I haven't seen any promotion on this. When you buy the ticket and you get the little thing, the other thing is you're already getting the Bay Area Unite Tuesday, September 25th of this year. They are giving away a jersey at the Giants game with orange sleeves and a white thing. So Gentry is probably losing his mind right now with all of that orange. All right. Gentry is losing his shit. But yes.
Wow, yeah.
This
Look
is-
at he's aggressively miming.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the giveaway on Tuesday, September 25th of this year. So that, to me, that was a great promotion. I mean, $20, you get the jersey or shirt or whatever this is, and you know, you get a beanie, but $20 for a Giants game, that's fantastic. So anyway, that's it for all the giveaways and all the fun stuff. And there you go, Nick. Nick, dude, just come out for another social media night like you did last season when you hung out with me and Rocket. Just prepay the Sharkygram, and I'll come and hang out with you again, dude. If you get selected to do one of those contests again and win another autographed Donskoy jersey, I'm gonna punch you in the twat waffle. Is what I'm saying. That's like, we can't do that again.
Nonsense. You'll just have to make him go buy you a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Far less violent.
So pissed off by that first game ever, and the guy fucking give me a break.
And how many tickets have you gotten to the little chairman's loungy lounge?
Just one so far. Just one.
You want to go play a game?
But this is, I'm just going to sit this, you know what? I need something to like sit this upon, just so you can continue to just enjoy the size difference between the XL bobblehead and the little bobblehead.
Toby's going to knock that over.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Yeah, probably. It's just fun. Who's Bailey? Bailey is the name of the LA Kings mascot. So. Just saying.
Yep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
You want to wrap it up?
Let's please do.
AJ, you want to take us out?
Yeah, hell of a comeback tonight. Sharks win in overtime, very quickly in overtime, 5-4. We will be here after the game versus the Ottawa Senators. Fun fact, Ottawa Senators game, that is the Joe Pavelski Captain America bobblehead. And I'm just gonna whisper this to the people, just to let you know, if you go to the Saturday game, you might want to go by the Sharks Foundation booth, because there's a mystery item that will be available. Just letting you know. So, are
you going to be there?
Based on the mystery item, I'm not going to lie, I think I'm going to get a ticket. And so I might as well just like let the cat out of the bag. And this is just me. The mystery item are, hold on, I actually think I have it here on my phone, because I mean, it'd be silly to talk about it if you don't show the people. And there are some people who are going to be like, who cares? And other people are going to be like, wow, that's actually like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
It's a Stanley Cup.
No, I wish. So the cool thing about it is this. So hopefully that's showing up okay on the screen, but they actually are doing mystery Christmas ornaments on the 9th. These are not only the Christmas ornaments, not only the obviously have the original logo, but every one of these Christmas ornaments are autographed. They're essentially mystery Christmas ornaments.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I want to throw all my money at it. I
Right?
want to throw all of my money at this. Sharks Foundation, you did a good thing here.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I thought this was like a really cool and original idea. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh crap, I have to get tickets now for this game. Yeah, just based on that ornament. And I really hope I get the I Heart show. Yeah, I thought that was very cool. So if not, if you don't come to the game on Saturday, by all means, late Saturday night, early Sunday evening, by all means, look for those ornaments on eBay. I'm sure they'll be there. So
Especially the vodka ones.
right? Oh, Rocket, my love for you knows no bounds.
Well, you know.
You know me so well.
Yeah.
And you do realize if I get a Dylan one, it's like, God damn it, I have to buy another one because this is automatically Rockets that I have to send to her.
It's mine.
Yes. So
One rain is mine.
So thanks for watching. Again, as always, please hit the subscribe notification button wherever the hell it is around here. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you all after Sharks Senators on Saturday night. Gentry, hit that end broadcast button, please.
With pleasure, and these aren't the droids you're looking for.
Oh my God, he sounds
now
like